What's up, guys? It's Video Game Greek. I'm back with top 5 list, and the top 5 list is top 5 video games to play with your girlfriend. Now, this is gonna be a fun list for me to talk about, and I'm also gonna be excited to hear about what video games you enjoy playing with your girlfriends. And if I haven't played them, I definitely will give them a shot. All right. So the first game that I want to talk about is actually a pretty interesting game that I stumbled upon. I just brought home a laser active console that I found on Craigslist, and the first game I put in there to test it out was Golden Axe. And my girlfriend walked up and said, "Oh, what kind of system is that?" And I explained to her that a laser active is a laser disc player and a Sega Genesis combined. I think it came out in '91 or '92. I'm not sure, but anyway, um, I, she said, "Oh, well, can I play?" So I said, "Sure," and we started playing Golden Axe, and she absolutely loved this game. It was awesome. She obviously picked the female character, and we played this for probably 2 hours, and it's a pretty simple game, but it's deep enough that there's a little bit of a learning curve, but easy enough that anyone can pick it up and play. It's just an awesome beat 'em up for the Sega Genesis. And when we were done playing that, I made her play Golden Axe 2, and she loved that as well. So this is a fun game to play with your girlfriend. So that's the first one I wanted to talk about. Now the second one is pretty obvious because pretty much anyone enjoys playing this game, anywhere from 3-year-olds to grandmas and grandpas, and that's Wii Sports. Now Wii Sports is a game where there's a lot of different. I'm sure you've played it before, but there's a lot of different sports that you can play: bowling, tennis, golf, all that stuff. My personal favorite of those three I just named. Boxing seemed kind of weird to play, and right now, baseball is actually not that bad either. But anyway, I'd say probably boxing is the worst one on there. But all the other ones are pretty fun to play. And it's again, anyone can play this game. It's an obvious choice. It's a lot of fun. You can just waste hours and hours playing the most simple games like bowling. I remember the one night I probably went over to my friend's house and we were playing bowling for four of us for like I don't know 6 hours. It was just insane. And my friend actually cut his fingers and needed stitches because he swung the remote so hard when he was trying to like put some English on it. It was ridiculous. But anyway, that's an awesome game. Next, game is for the NES. Now, there's not a lot of good co-op games to play on the NES. Uh, Obviously, Contra's awesome. There's a lot of good shoot 'em up games that are fun, and then there's a couple of shooters too that are good. But this game is very nostalgic to me because it was an awesome cartoon in the '90s that I remember playing, and that is Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers. Now, this is a fantastic game, single player, and even better co-op. I would definitely recommend playing this game if you've never played it. And if you have a girlfriend and she is interested in any kind of gaming, this is a game to pick up and play. It's so much fun. Um, and obviously, because I'm such a big fan, I had to pick up Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers too. Now, a lot of critics out there do not like this game as much as the first one, but it is just as good. Believe me. They say the level design isn't that creative and stuff like that, but the gameplay is the exact same. It is so much fun to play both these games co-op, and definitely worthwhile checking those out on the NES. Interesting story about actually Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers. There wasn't really a true sequel to it on the 16-bit era, but there was a game made in Taiwan where developers, I think it was Taiwan, where developers who made the Donkey Kong series made a game called Squirrel King, and that was supposed to be, I guess, the sequel to it. But it's the exact same gameplay and game mechanics, except it's 16-bit. And you can find them on eBay, the actual cartridge and game, and they're around like $25 and $30. I've been trying to find a good copy of one with some artwork and stuff like that, but it's kind of hard to find on there. But I'll eventually probably pick that up because I love the gameplay and stuff like that. So, all right, next. Now this is obviously a lot of people like this one too. It's Mario Kart. I remember first playing this game in my friend's house. Probably was 7 or 8, and we played this for hours and hours and hours. Now this game specifically for the Super Nintendo has not aged well. However, it is still fun for me to play because I have a lot of nostalgic feelings on the tracks and all that stuff. But when I try to play that with my girlfriend, she wasn't a big fan. However, Mario Kart 64 is a game where I believe anybody can pick up, even dads and moms who aren't gamers, and play because of the simple controls. and still enjoy it. And it's deep enough that the better player will usually win. Whereas in the Wii version, the better player usually doesn't win, which is why I don't have that game and I'm not a big fan of it. I've played it, but I despise it. I'm so mad that Nintendo made a game like that where it doesn't reward skillful play. But I understand that it's for kids and stuff like that. But it just at least to reward them with the skillful play where Mario Kart Double Dash does that, and it advances on Mario Kart 64 where better graphics. It added the two people in one cart element to it, which I thought was pretty cool, where you can hold two weapons at one time. So that's pretty cool. So anyway, Mario Kart, that's another obvious choice. I'm sure you played that with your girlfriend, and if not, a lot of younger kids can play that game too. So, alright, last but not least, now this is a game that my girlfriend and I have spent hours and hours playing, and that is Little Big Planet for the PlayStation 3. This is probably a game worth buying the PlayStation 4. But we've spent hours just even dressing our sack person and decorating our little pod that we live in. It's just fun to do that because the customization in here is insane, and then it gets even more insane when you start playing Little Big Planet 2. Now this is a platformer that is one of the best platformers I've ever played, and it's one of the best platformers, if not the best, on the PS3. So definitely check this game out. We beat this. It took us a while to beat it together, but we wanted to make sure we beat this first before we started playing 2. I think we're halfway through this now, but this is just as good. People say they didn't make enough advances in this to make it a worthwhile purchase. However, I believe they did. They added new mechanics, new bungee kind of like cord mechanics and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun to play. So both these are great, and this is probably the best game. And it's the one game where my girlfriend and I have spent the most hours playing. All right, now the runners up that didn't get on the top 5 list, but still are noteworthy because they're fun to play with your girlfriend. Turtles in Time. It's an easy beat 'em up. Anyone can pick it up and play, but it's so much fun to play with your girlfriend, especially being born in the early '80s. And so was she. We really enjoy the Ninja Turtles cartoon series, so this is an awesome game for the SNES. Okay, now this is a series that didn't really get a ton of press, and it's kind of unknown, but Puyo Pop Fever is an awesome game for the DS. Now, there is one for the Game Boy Advanced, and also there's a game called Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, which is pretty much the exact gameplay. And those 3 games I've played with my girlfriend a ton, and they're all awesome games. Good co-op and single player. It is so much better than Tetris. I can't even believe you. And Dr. Mario as well. It's so much better than Dr. Mario and all those games. Anyway, just awesome game. Check it out. And then last but not least, this is a game where it's a platformer. It's Donkey Kong 1, 2, and 3. We'll play this for hours, and when I can't beat a level, my girlfriend will beat a level, and when she can't beat a level, I'll beat the level for her. So we'll just go back and forth on a lazy Sunday or something like that and play the Donkey Kong series. Anyway, that wraps it up. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think are the best games if I missed them to play with your girlfriend, because I'd love to hear. Anyway, take care, guys.